Okay, evening everyone. I am noticing that this widget that I set up to show the chat on the stream preview thing, the font is not readable, at least for the text. I'm gonna see if I can change that real quick. Also, hello Rowlet. Yes, you are early. Thanks for stopping by, tuning in. Hopefully that fixed it. I tried to make the text white now. So hopefully that'll look a little more readable. Or maybe, I think there's a way to change the background color as well. Maybe make it like a light gray, maybe? Oh, that doesn't look very good. Is there a way to make it more transparent, perhaps? There is. It's nice that I can kind of see the changes in real time as well. Okay, that looks a little better, I think. Hopefully. If I switch to the actual stream now, well, well, I need to move this down here, I believe, right? Yeah. Okay. Disable the Discord chat bubbles for now. Just for now. Alright, that looks a little more readable. Oh, we have a guest. VZ, what's up?
Oh, gee, golly gosh, it's been a heck of a week. Sorry.
You're good.
I worked 45 days in 4 days, 45 hours in 4 days, and I stopped and got beer on my way home from the job today.
Nice.
And I'm a couple deep already, so genuinely, if you don't want me in your stream, say so, and I will. I get it. Don't worry about it.
I would never not want you in my stream, so
Okay, cool.
welcome aboard.
Did you know that I trained in opera for like 2 years?
I didn't. No.
Yeah, so that's where that intro came from. Sorry, viewers. I'm here now, so you have to deal with me. Anyways, I'm also playing Banquet for Fools, so you might hear me getting angry at this really difficult CRPG I started playing, but I cannot stop playing. It's fucking fire. I love this game. It's really cool.
I've not heard of that game. What's it about?
So, I say this having not played a whole lot of Diablo, but it kind of feels like if Diablo was a big, like, sort of branching CRPG kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
It's real-time fights. You have a party of 4 people who you can kind of sort of give orders to. And as far as I can tell, there is a big-ass world map that you can just explore, you know? And I'm loving it. It is a lot of, like, saving in your quick save file at the right time to make sure that you don't lose progress when you get ganked by, you know, 100 monsters because you went the direction that is too difficult for you.
Yeah.
But I would say one of the selling points of this game is that all of the graphics are done in this really interesting art style that make it look like that really spooky old claymation that was like happening in the like 80s, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's like done in like a reduced frame rate, so it looks like this old stop motion animation with these really sort of low detail characters, but they look intentionally done that way. It's really cool. And it seems to be pretty underplayed, but it's like it came out the same week as Esoteric Ebb, if you remember, if you heard about that game at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it seems to be the CRPG that got overshadowed by Esoteric Ebb in a way. But I'm really loving this game. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Even if it is hard as balls, which is a funny statement because balls not really that hard. But this game is hard.
Rowlet, you've never played SMG2? You should. It's a very good game. I like it a little more than the first one, personally. But not by much.
Submachine Gun Glock 2? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Don't worry about me. Like I said, I'm 3 in. Don't worry about me. Get early access to watch Super Mario Galaxy Movie 2.
My uncle works at Nintendo.
I bet that movie's even better than Super Mario Galaxy 1. Right?
Yeah, right. Definitely. Because as we all know, sequels are always better.
Always.
Always.
You want to know a sequel that is actually better than the first one that came up pretty recently? Netflix's One Piece Season 2. I don't know if anybody else is watching that.
I haven't watched it,
Netflix,
but I've heard a lot of people like that.
Holy shit,
and
Netflix, keep doing that, please. Like, oh, I'm so often disappointed by Season 2s of things, especially on streamers. But god damn, Season 2 of live action One Piece is astonishing. Like, arguably better than Season 1. Yes, please keep making that show, Netflix. It's like, literally, I've never seen a TV show so, like, so sure that you are not going to accuse it of being AI as live-action One Piece. Like,
really?
It is so detailed and so constructed. They build sets that like come out of movies that I dream about, you know? And like the characters are so perfectly realized right out of the anime. I love it. Okay, anyways, yeah, everybody should watch that show. It's great. It is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I'll have to give it a look. That's probably the only way I'll ever consume some type of One Piece media. Yeah, at this point.
I watched the anime for a long time, back when it was still, like, relatively new, because I am old. Mm-hmm. And me and my college buddies, we loved it a lot, but we burnt out on it. And, like, part of that was, like, you know, we had exams and shit, right? So
yeah.
Like, we had to stop our twice weekly watch party and whatever. But I've watched enough of the anime to, like, to feel something for that story. And the live action show is, like, how did you do a live action remake of an animated classic and make it this like solid and like this true to its source material? Yeah, highly recommend. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Creator of One Piece had final say in the Netflix adoption, in contrast to most of them. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's also just incredible to see. Like, I can't imagine they're finding these locations. They must be building sets for that show, you know, rather than just green screening it all.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the second season introduces Tony Chopper, who's the like anthropomorphic reindeer,
the little dude, yeah,
little dude, and like they animated the fuck out of that dude, and like I am so nervous they're gonna cheap out on him, you know, when the time comes to like make him main cast material.
Yeah,
but it's so interesting to see, because you can see moments where they like swap out the animated character for like a puppet, you know, and it's like it's really obvious, but it's also like, but I don't care, because like they're making an effort to make it look good, you know, and like to make it work. And so if this is how they save, you know, like several $1 million on animation, I'm fine with that, as long as they keep animating him as well as they do when it's necessary, you know?
Right.
It's like creative solutions to problems and people who care about source material, I guess.
Anyways, I'm gonna lurk. I gotta get some work done. That's fine, Rowlet. We welcome lurkers here. I never freaking chat in any streams that I tune into. That's for damn sure. Unless it's from people who I personally know.
Oh, shit.
And then again, I almost never watch streams to begin with.
I watch streams. Why am I fighting this guy? I ran into somebody and now I'm fighting him. I'm hoping that it's okay if I subdue him.
Also, Knight, to answer your earlier question, no, I don't personally think they're working on Galaxy 3. Because they're obviously making Super Mario Titans.
Is that a joke? I don't know what Super Mario Titans is. Oh, okay. What is it? What is Super Mario Titans?
It's the supposed rumor or leak of a while ago that was going to be the next 3D Mario or something along those lines. And it's basically become like a running joke. It just... all of the doctored images either look really bad, or I think like as of late, like a lot of them just look AI generated, so...
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. But it's just... I just always bring it up ironically. Like, yeah, I can't wait for Super Mario Titans. One Piece is basically the modern version of the Odyssey when you think about it, which is funny because there is a modern version of the Odyssey, literally coming out this summer, I think, right?
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan, yeah.
And right-wing grifters are already pissed off about it because there's a black lady in it. And guess what? Get fucked, right-winger people. Yeah, sorry, like I said, I've been drinking, but I do feel that sentiment.
I'm sober, and I'll say get fucked as well.
We agree on something. Nice.
God forbid a person exists, right?
Yeah, I mean... Well,
sarcasm, obviously, chat. Sarcasm.
People existing? Are you serious? Come on. That was also sarcasm, by the way, in case anybody wasn't aware.
Also, if you hear me munching on occasion, chat, I'm eating some chips, and I do not apologize.
What flavor chips?
I'm eating hot Cheeto fries.
Oh!
They've always been my favorite chips, for like the longest time.
Sorry, hot Cheeto fries?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. All right, I'm going to ask you a question that very obviously will have the answer no, but I'm going to ask it anyways. And chat, this applies to all of you. Who here knows what honey dill sauce is?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. I'll give chat a chance to answer, because maybe, maybe. I see no responses.
Well, give it time. There's usually a bit of a delay.
American barbecue sauce. Or maybe that was chip flavor. I don't know. But anyways, so the thing that I was working on was I was doing tech for a conference. No idea what that is. Also, hi. Okay, cool. I was working tech for a conference that had a lot of out-of-towners in it. And the way I could tell how many people were from out of town was the number of people who put honey dill sauce on their salads at the buffet we had. Because the buffet was a chicken finger and fries and all the accoutrement stuff with that. And honey dill sauce, I only recently learned, is a Manitoba-only condiment specifically for chicken finger dipping.
Oh, okay.
And it's like a creamy mayo mixed with honey and chopped dill. And I did not realize how local that was until quite recently. But yeah, it was really funny to be in this cafeteria at this event space, and all of these people were just pouring honey dill sauce in their salad, and then I'm just like, "What are you doing? Your chicken fingers are right there. You don't know what this is for." And yeah. So I had my first major local food outrage today, which was an interesting experience. I don't think I've ever had that kind of what's the word I'm looking for? That kind of righteous indignation. Is that what I mean? Anyways, you know what I mean.
Oh. So for those of you who are just tuning in, hi, welcome. Happy to have you here. We're continuing Mario Galaxy 2 tonight. If you're wondering, wait, continuing, I didn't see a stream last week. Well, there was a stream last week here on YouTube that was about 30 minutes long because it started on Twitch, but Twitch decided to basically not work for me after about a good 2 hours of streaming on there. So I decided to make the move to YouTube. Well, back to YouTube, I mean.
Back to YouTube, yeah.
Yeah.
Pineapple on pizza. Okay, here's my poisonous take for the stream. It's been a while since I've had one. Pineapple on pizza is a-okay, but it is best with a sweet sauce. And I know a lot of people are weirded out by that idea, but if you do a barbecue sauce-based pizza and you put pineapple on it, that shit is fire.
I will say I'm not generally a fan of pineapple on pizza personally, but I do like it best with specifically a barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Like a grilled chicken, pineapple, and barbecue
chicken,
sauce
pineapple,
pizza.
barbecue, exactly that exact combo.
Fight me. That is delicious.
That's the only way I can eat it. So yeah.
Pineapple on regular pizza, like ham and pineapple, which I recently found out also a Canadian invention. So I guess you can blame Canada for that one. That's fine. I don't mind it, mostly because I grew up eating that. But if you want to make pineapple work on a pizza, sweet sauce. And even like a tamarind-based pizza also works with that. It's if you just get another sweetness on a pizza, I think it works really well.
Mm-hmm. Blame Canada, yeah.
Yeah, just like South Park taught you to.
It's going well, Fawful. Thanks for being here. Yo, I know you mentioned being Hispanic in another video. If not too personal, where are you from? Fellow Venezuelan here. Love your videos, homie. Thank you. Thank you for being here. So, I mean, I was born in the States, in the United States, but my parents are from Mexico. So I'm Mexican-American.
I love that comment from the Smash video that you shared. You're Mexican?
Yeah. Like in all caps, like, wait, you're Mexican? Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite comments I've ever gotten, I think. Whoops. Tizzy, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I got world record in SMG1 last time, so now I'm going for world record in the second game as well.
Had me going for a second there. I had to be like, SMG, what does that stand for? Super Mario Galaxy. Oh, he's joking.
Is there a Mario or Nintendo related soundtrack that you enjoy for whatever reason? There are several Mario and Nintendo soundtracks that I enjoy.
Nintendo has historically pretty awful soundtracks. I don't know why anybody would really dig on that music, to be honest. The only video game music I tolerate is Square Enix, and I would give that maybe a 3 out of 10 if I'm gonna average out there.
Yeah. Like the composer of those Final Fantasy games, like you can really tell that he was self-taught.
Yeah.
Sarcasm,
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah. Don't even get me started on David Wise. I mean, come on. Guy doesn't even follow music theory, which is a notable thing about him as a composer. But I'd say he uses it to his advantage. But for the sake of the bit, doesn't even know music theory.
What am I missing here?
A good soundtrack? That's right. I'll stay on the bit a little longer.
Besides that, I'm trying to drill in the correct spot, but is it here? Maybe? No, it's way off.
It's gonna make me walk all the way back to 410. That would be so... Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so we'll take a bit of a time loss here, but yes, we are still on world record pace.
Time loss.
Okay, I'm trying to get in here. Oh, do I need a key? I just saw it has a... I thought I had to drill, like, into here, but... Nah. I'm dumb. I feel like this star always gets me. I always forget I need to grab a key from one of the enemies on this planet.
I mean, maybe if the music was a little better, you'd remember, you know, from time to time with, like...
Yeah.
You know, like a feeling of familiarity, or...
Yeah, why can't this game have a good soundtrack like Back to the Future NES?
I was trying to think of like a throwaway nothing game, but your answer is so much better than anything I could have come up with.
The man, the myth, the legend is back. That's right, VZ is back. He's here.
What? I'm no legend. I'm hardly a story. What are we talking about? What's going on?
Just Noah saying the man, the myth, the legend is back in chat.
Ooh.
Speaking of Square soundtracks, I've never played
Mario. They meant Mario.
I've never played Chrono Cross. Still need to play Trigger, but Cross's intro music is addicting. Yeah, we got a big Chrono Cross fan here.
Oh yeah, don't tell me you haven't played either of those games. I mean, you can get away with not playing Chrono Cross, even though it's literally my favorite game of all time. But you should play Chrono Trigger. There's like no reason not to play Chrono Trigger in this day and age.
Yeah, I still need to play Chrono
PC
Cross,
port.
but Trigger is very good.
Can you like play Chrono Cross in call? I won't say on stream, but if you do want to stream it, and just stream it, you would have a perma co-host in me. But can you play it in call or something so that I can like watch somebody else experience that game? I have streamed it for so many people, and like when I get to important bits and I see chat reaction, it's like invariably my favorite chat reactions are to that game.
Yeah.
And I would love to see somebody experience it firsthand for themselves for the first time.
When I play it for the first time, I will maybe not stream it on YouTube, but I will get on call.
You have to tag me. You have to.
Yes.
You have to.
Of course.
And I will tell you all the cool ins and outs, assuming I remember them all, because it is a dense game. With a lot of optional stuff throughout. So it's not a super like easy opening experience, but I stand by it.
Tizzy has also never played Chrono Trigger. Dang.
Chrono Trigger is like, is a game that's definitely worth playing, especially because the PC port is like refined to the point that it's at now. But I think it's just like one of the most interesting classic JRPGs, in the sense that one day when I get around to making my 3 to 5 hour video essay on it, I will finally put all of my thoughts and feelings on the game out there and try to, like, I watch video essays on that game all the time, and to date I have not heard anybody like espouse my take on it, so I feel like I still need to make that video. So one day it'll happen. Don't know when that day is. I just gotta brave up and do it one of these days. But Chrono Cross, my video will be 7 hours long. I could talk about that game forever. It is a game that people hate, and I get it. I do not blame them, but I think that game has some undeniable shit going on in it. And that's just me.
Yeah. Hans Zimmer for Mario Titans.
Chrono Trigger was not on the SNES Mini. And I remember that because I did try to write my Chrono Trigger script finally, and in the old intro I wrote for it, I called it, one of the many things I called it was most egregious exclusion from the SNES Mini.
You're right, it wasn't on the Mini. FF6 was on there, or I guess FF3, technically. But not Chrono Trigger. Also, I'm playing the Wii version via Wii U Virtual Console thing. For the person in chat who asked. I do not own the Switch port. And as I've said, I think a couple of times by this point on earlier streams, I'm not planning on getting the port because the font is ugly. Yes, that is enough of a reason for me to not buy a game.
There was this, I think it was Final Fantasy
besides the fact that I already own it.
Yeah. There was this, I think it was the Final Fantasy IX port to Steam. For some reason, the text was on a different frame rate from the rest of the graphics, which, like, drove me insane when I watched people streaming it, and I was like, I would rather bust out my PS1 and play my PS1 copy than watch the menus scroll at a different frame rate than the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Oh boy, nothing worse than a broke RPG party. I am running out of money and resources here. What do I do? What do I do? Do I sell my frying pan? But I need that, I think.
I literally want to play
frying pan is a weapon.
I literally want to play the game. The games, I mean, just because I loved Cross's intro music. I'd say that's enough of a reason to want to play the game. One of the things that made me want to try out Xenoblade 1 was the title screen music.
So I will say, who's the person talking about Cross's music? Okay, Philo's Game Station. The entire Chrono Cross soundtrack is that good. Like, I'm just gonna let that hang there for a second because it's true. That entire soundtrack should be getting like concert performances on the same level as all the other stuff that's getting concert performances these days. It's like some of the best music in games I've ever seen. And people hated that game because the story is borderline nonsensical, which I will not argue against, but I would also argue that the shit that game is trying to pull off merits a nonsensical story. So I don't hold it against it. And so people didn't play it or finish it and did not hear what all is going on in that soundtrack. And it goes to some hashtag places, italicized and bolded.
Yeah, they left out a lot of games on the SNES Mini, Tizzy. Like, I know DKC 1 was on there, but 2 or 3 weren't on there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think it was just 1. So there were quite a few omissions from the Mini. I think it only had, was it 20 or 30 games? Can somebody in chat check that for me?
I remember it was like
it wasn't a lot.
Of the NES Mini.
Yeah, it wasn't as many as the NES Mini. That's for sure.
And I think the NES Mini had like 20 games on it, and the SNES had like
half of them were
something.
Yeah, and half of them were like black box sports games, from what I remember.
But
question
how do you leave
for
off Donkey
me.
Kong Country 2?
Yeah,
Oh wow. Sorry. Continue.
It's. I mean, if you had to include just one of them, I guess you would include DKC 1, but it's still really weird. 21 games. Oh right, because one of them, the extra game in there was Star Fox 2. That was the first official release of that game.
Right.
I do remember that. That was kind of like the bonus. But Fafel asks, what's Wario Land game? I guess what's the best Wario Land game? Well, I've never finished any Wario Land, but the one that I've played the most was Wario Land 4, so I guess I'd have to say Wario Land 4.
Mine is the original on Game Boy, because it's the only one I played, and I played that game to death.
And the only reason I got to play Wario Land 4 was because I borrowed a copy from a friend in elementary school. We used to borrow each other's games a lot. That's
Tizzy,
how I
is that
first
21
played.
21 games on the SNES Mini?
I think that's the SNES Mini. That sounds about right.
Oh, okay. This is more than I remember. I have the SNES Mini. It only has DC-1. That's crazy. Like, I understand leaving out DKC3, even if I like it a lot. But 2 is just, wow. That's like the game, you know?
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, anyways.
Oh, we can see our chat on the stream now. Yes, I added that since the last stream. I figured out how to do it. Looks pretty basic right now, but it works. Mario Galaxy is one of my favorite games, and not only have I not noticed font problems, I did not know about it until you said that. Well, it's just the kind of thing that I didn't notice it for the longest time either, admittedly. I only noticed it when I was, no kidding, I was literally on, like, it was in my cart already. I was gonna buy it because I knew I wanted to stream both Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2, and just for sake of convenience, I was gonna get the Switch version, the bundle of those games. And then looking through the screenshots, like when it was in my carts, like on Amazon, you know, like the pictures that they put of the games, that's when I noticed the font changes, and I didn't like it, and I did not buy the game. So for Galaxy 1, I just stuck with the 3D All-Stars port, which still looks good, I think. I think people agree that it looks good.
Aside Is that the one that Nintendo only sold for a limited time?
Yeah, the one that they took out back and shot on March 31st. That one.
So dumb.
Ah, come on. And then for Galaxy 2, I was debating on playing it on Dolphin, just upscaling it so it looks a little sharper, but I figured the game still looks good on you know, its standard resolution, so I would just play it on Wii U, I figured. It is just a little... You guys are probably noticing the star pointer, like, jittering every now and then, or like cutting in and out. That's because my sensor bar and the way I'm set up right now isn't exactly, you know, ideal when playing a Wii game, but I'm managing. The SNES Mini was how I played Earthbound for the first time. That's right, it did have Earthbound. I need 30 coins. Play Earthbound. I'll do that next time.
One of these days.
Yes, you do. Have you played Mother 3?
Nope. Have I not told you my Earthbound story?
Remind me. You may have.
So I've tried to play it 3 times. Ooh. And I bounced off of it each attempt. And in large part, a problem was that I had a friend who was like, "You should play Earthbound. It's better than Chrono Trigger. Seriously."
Oh, yes, yes.
And like, and I'd be like, "Okay," and I'll try it. And it just never happened for me. And I think I'm now far enough removed from that I could probably give it an honest go. I just need to like find the time and the energy for it, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like always framed in this really combative attitude that I was not into. And then like the game is weirdly hard. Like, am I the only person who thinks that? I don't know. I just remember I remember being in the first area and being like, what the fuck is the matter with this game? You know, like,
the first area is the hardest area. It's the biggest hurdle of the game. I agree. I mentioned it in my video.
Yeah, I guess that's encouraging, but still. And I remember a friend of mine was like, I told him I had to grind to level 17 to get through the first area of the game. And my friend was like, that's not possible. And then I showed him my save file, and he was like, huh, well done. And that's how I know I grinded to level 17 in the first area of the game.
Yeah, there are a lot of challenging fights in that first area. Especially the fight against the 5 cops who gang up on a 10-year-old boy.
Yeah,
that's the hardest one.
Yeah, and the thing about it's so strange to think about that conversation that he and I would have, because like the reason I love Chrono Trigger is like really hard for me to put into words, which is why I should just like get around to writing that script finally. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because Earthbound and Chrono Trigger, I think, are actually doing a lot of similar stuff. It's just Chrono Trigger is trying to be more, what's the word I'm looking for here? Textually integrated than Earthbound, I think. and this is part of my pointlessly academically oriented read on the way both of those games are written. And like Earthbound is being really interesting with the way it's written and the way it like presents its story and humor and stuff like that, which I can respect. But I think Chrono Trigger is doing some stuff that people don't realize that I'm really excited to try and talk about when I finally find the time and energy to do so.
Mm-hmm. My copy of Wario Land 4 used to belong to my sister, and she let me keep all of her old GBA games. Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga and the GBA port of Link to the Past. I have the GBA port of Link to the Past. It's one of the few GBA games I have, physically. It's a good version of the game. Yes, I agree. Nintendo should add manuals to their emulators for each game. Yeah, everyone should do that.
Should add emulators for the games, but
like you know, Nintendo's emulators, like the Switch Online emulators, like for NES and SNES. Like for each game they add on there, they should also include the manual for the game.
Manual,
like scans of the manual, basically.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah,
I also just
everyone should
like
do that.
Bring back the GD Virtual Console, please. Like, I understand that streaming services are all the rage these days, but I would really like to be able to digitally purchase your games.
Yep.
Yeah. I kind of wish I was showing my screen to somebody right now, because I just went into an area where the music stopped, and then I walked forward, and I found a townsperson standing underground completely naked, and then I just like turned around and said, nope, I'll deal with this later. This game is wild. I love it.
Yeah, if you're still referring to Earthbound, Noah, I agree. It does kind of start out really hard, like we talked about, and goes to being easy. But then also by the end game, it goes back to being pretty hard. Though I would still say that the beginning area is still the hardest section of the game overall.
That's so wild. I knew the legends about how if you pirate that game, then it gets like even harder. And I kind of half wondered, because I was emulating it back in the day. Because heck, if I was going to buy a SNES card.
A $500 copy of the game, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't even $500 back then, but it was expensive enough that I was not buying it. And so I kind of wondered, is this my punishment for emulating? I read up on it, and apparently it's way more deliberate. And so I would have known if that had been the case.
Mm-hmm. Ah, it's the goat. That's right. He is the goat. Lubba is my goat. Where should we go next? I guess we'll go in order. Oh, I think this is the galaxy that, at least it used to be, was bugged in the Switch port. I think it was this effect specifically when you land with the sunlight shining through the leaves of the big tree, and like it looked really bad in the Switch port. And I think they fixed it recently, but it was definitely an issue when the Switch version first came out. Yeah, I like all the different overworld themes in this game. World 3 is probably my favorite. It's very soothing. I couldn't remember who it was, but they were saying they wish the purple guy, I'm assuming Lubba, betrayed you in the end of the game and was using Mario to get the power stars. Maybe if this was... That sounds like the plot to a Kirby game. So I think Kirby's Return to Dreamland had a similar twist at the end. Spoilers for those of you who haven't played a 26-year-old game. I mean, 16-year-old game.
Back to Dreamland. Sorry, that was just a joke that I was trying really hard to force out there.
What? That's a really good game, by the way. I like Kirby's Return to Dreamland.
But why would you ever go back to Dreamland? Right click on you? Oh.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, Yoshi. Dang it. I have to go back for him, don't I? No! Yoshi! Damn it.
Man, this game is really nifty.
Green Star as well. Yeah, I mean, these games just have a lot of really relaxing and soothing music. That's why, like, so many of those compilations you'll find on YouTube of, like, Nintendo music to study to, or, like, fall asleep to, will start with a song from Galaxy. Usually Space Junk.
Good. Oh, really? Interesting. Huh. I wonder why that would be the case. So I'm trying to find a spy in this town, and I'm pretty sure I found them and I subdued them. But then I went to go talk to the mayor, and the mayor was like, "How dare you attack one of my townspeople?" And I'm like, "Oh, but he's a spy. How am I supposed to? Oh no, don't attack me." Yeah, you know, Fallout problems.
Yeah, exactly. Hurts to know one day it will be 26 years. Yep. Just give it 10 more years. And then they can make a Return to Dreamland again by that time. Yeah, it's always either like starts with a Galaxy song, like Space Junk, or Pikmin music, or Donkey Kong Country music.
Donkey Kong Country music is always perfect, even though David Wise doesn't know classic music theory. Little known fact about the genius composer of the DKC series.
Well, neither do I, so as long as it sounds good to me, then that's all I care about.
Me neither, and I was a professional musician for 12 years.
Whenever I bring up how much I like certain music in my videos, it's always like one of the hardest parts to write. Because I don't know what else to say beyond, like, yeah, it sounds good. It sounds cool.
Yeah. I was really, like, I love music, but I was like, I'm always like, how do I talk about music? And then I did a video on my top 10 favorite tracks from the DKC games.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the comments I got are, you did a really good job of making a video about music that doesn't equate to, I really like this music. So maybe I should write about music more often.
Oh, look, it's Luigi.
Or as I call him, Luigi.
It's a stone, Luigi. You didn't make it.
Or as I call him, Lugia. Because I got Pokemon on the brain.
It's always interesting replaying a game where a character betrays you because the whole time you're just side-eyeing them. Yeah. There's a certain game that always comes to mind when I think of character betrayals that are like super telegraphed, but I'm not going to mention which game in case, you know, spoilers.
Smart.
Kirby's Return to Dreamland Returns Deluxe HD and Knuckles. Yeah. Featuring Dante from the Devil May Cry series. Nintendo Switch 2 edition. If the music is jamming, then who cares? Exactly, exactly. You see, Noah, you're speaking my language.
Which is why Chrono Cross is the greatest game of all time. I don't understand why it's so hard for some people. Don't you throw your poop at me. I'm talking to the game I'm playing right now. I changed it. Sorry. But also, please don't throw your poop at me. It just seems like a really disrespectful thing to do.
Be careful, that might be Mr. L. Ah, you're right.
Jeepers. Keep throwing your poop at me.
Whoa, what happened there? That's weird. Anyways, Mario 64 slider music, yippee! In case you weren't sick of it already from that game, from doing TikTok Clock and Rainbow Ride. I mean, Rainbow Cruise. I mean, shit, I always mix up the name of the level and the name of it in Mario 64 and the name of it in, of that level in Melee. I think it's Rainbow Cruise in Melee. And it's Rainbow Ride in 64. I know there's a purple coin mission later in the game on this slide, and it gave me a lot of trouble as a kid. And apparently the normal slide is going to give me trouble right now. I've been wanting to replay Super Paper Mario for the longest time. Awful. It's really good. Extremely good.
Soups Papes Mario.
And I feel like I'm always saying that. I feel like I'm always saying that. I want to
Yeah.
replay blank game, and then I don't replay blank game
Oh yeah,
because of lack of time or just wanting to play new games as well.
Yeah, exactly. It's how I live my life these days.
That's always a struggle for me because I want to try, you know, as many new games that I haven't played as I can. But I also want to go back and replay my favorites. But if I do that, I'll feel guilty because I'll be like, I could be playing a new game right now instead. Instead of something I've already experienced. And right now my solution to that is streaming games that I want to replay, apparently. So that it's like, hey, it's not a total waste of time, you know? I'm technically working, quote unquote. Even though this isn't really my job, but... It's also a way to show people following me here that I am still alive. When I'm, you know, going on 8-month hiatuses working on videos. Alright, we got our first comments. What's the name of the co-host's channel? It is VZ Shows. Philo.
Yep.
I'm gonna put it in
there.
chat.
That's me.
Ah,
Oh,
there
I
you
threw
go.
it in chat there. Which, yeah, it's still weird that you can't just click on a name and go to their channel, but
It is weird, yeah.
That's the handle that I managed to claim. I didn't get the username VZ back in the day, but I did get the handle, so go me. If you want to know why there's shows on the end of my username, that's why. Because somebody else had VZ. And thankfully, I never got famous, so nobody's trying to scoot usernames out from under me on services.
If I'm not mistaken, this is a purple comment, I think. Or no? It's not. At least I don't see any purple coins. Oh, it's a cosmic comment, I believe. We're gonna have cosmic clones chasing us. Yeah, 8-month hiatus is just part of the craft. True. I'd like to do my best to avoid that going forward, though, personally.
I guess that means I've got 6 more months before I have to finally finish this video that nobody's going to watch.
I'll watch it.
Will you, though? Because it's on a horror game that nobody's played, and I always get nervous about talking about games that are underplayed, because then people will just like, oh, maybe I'll just play the game and watch the video later, and then they never play the game, and then so they never watch the video, you know?
I've never played Myst, and I watched the Myst video.
Okay, fair enough. And you're right, nobody's played Myst, except for me and the 12 other people on YouTube who have played Myst.
Yeah, that's why I like replaying games, Tizzy. Experiencing games again from a different perspective. If I never replayed Skyward Sword, it probably wouldn't be one of my favorite Zelda games now.
Damn. Yeah, I feel like that would be why I start streaming again, just to like replay games and like sort of get them back in the brain. Because I tried playing new games back when I streamed regularly. I dedicated a day a week to playing games for the first time. But then it was like I couldn't talk to chat because I was so busy absorbing this new game.
Yeah.
Right. And it, yeah. So I like had to stop playing new games because I was just making a really boring environment for people to watch. Right.
Yeah, like I've been thinking of doing like a first impression stream of Mina the Hollower when that comes out. But also like
yeah.
I know I'm gonna be like I'm gonna want to be paying attention to the game.
Yeah. Man, that weird RPG game I can't shut up about comes out the day before Mina the Hollower, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna just like hard buy both of them that weekend, and I don't know which one I'm gonna play first.
Oh shoot. I thought I could just run through the mud with the star. Dang it. Why can't I get up? Oh no. Am I gonna have enough time? Okay, the last 5 over here. No. No way. Oh wait. Let's go!
Let us proceed.
That's a new record for the star. No one has done it faster ever before. Never. Let us proceed.
But where in the F was that?
Doo-doo, 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 doo. I always forget to disable the Discord username truncation that happens when you're streaming.
Oh yeah. That's okay, I prefer to be anonymous. I'm the guy who came in here and said the ending of Breaking Bad was bad after all.
True.
It's probably for the best. So this game that I'm playing is really interesting because it's got like a story philosophy very similar to Dark Souls, where like quests will only, like, the way to move quests forward is to just be in the right place at the right time. There's no like quest markers or like checklists or anything like that. And I keep thinking it can't be that simple, right? And I keep having to look it up, and people are like, yeah, just do what the note says. Go there at sundown.
It's that simple.
And yeah, exactly. And so now I'm like, oh, that's cool, but now I can't fucking remember where that thing happened. So I don't know where to wait until sundown, and I'm just like running around looking at the clock. Ah, shit, it's already 1 PM. Where was it? Oh no.
Rival Seeker, yes, I do remember you, of course. You were one of the first people who believed in me. And now I'm dead. I'm blaming you, Rival Seeker.
True.
How could you?
I didn't believe in you
Just
to
kidding.
the degree that I should have. I apologize.
Well, I hope you've been doing well, and thanks for stopping by. I personally prefer Galaxy 2. Walking L. I'm not being mean, chat. That's his username. But not by a lot. It's just, I just personally prefer the levels in Galaxy 2. In terms of just like a definitive like summation of what makes Galaxy, like these games so great, I would still probably say Galaxy 1, because it's still a great game in its own right in terms of levels, and it has, you know, the presentation values and story that the second game is missing. But just personally and just purely on a gameplay aspect, I prefer Galaxy 2. But yeah, also like how Rival Seeker is saying, sometimes I don't even choose a favorite. I like, some days I just say I like both of them equally.
You could never choose a child to love more than the other.
Been getting into game development quite a bit lately. Ooh, okay.
Oh yeah.
It's cool. You're already more qualified than me to be a guy talking and critiquing video games then.
Okay, but for real, where the heck was that?
Your take on the Galaxy games is the same as my opinions on Sonic Unleashed and Generations. Do you like Generations or Unleashed more than Philo? I'm assuming Generations?
I mean,
But that may
Unleashed
just
is
be...
like almost better than Chrono Cross, so I don't know where we're going with this, but...
No, I still haven't tried the PC port of Unleashed either.
Holy
And that came out
shit.
a while ago. I think it's been almost a year. Or a whole year at this point, maybe. So I've never fully finished Unleashed. I've played a lot of Unleashed, but I've never been able to play that game from beginning to end. Like, just do a full playthrough, just because it's never been, you know, accessible to me.
Or accessible to anybody.
The HD version, to be specific, because I had a Wii, so I could have played the Wii version, but it's not the same game. With the Godot engine, yeah. Well, that's cool. Hope you're having fun with that. Hope it's been going well. Yeah, see, I agree, Fawful, that I think Galaxy 2 is easier to replay, but I've also replayed Galaxy 1 more than I have 2. And I'm not exactly sure why, but it's just... that's just how it is. I enjoy playing Gens more, but Unleashed is the better experience overall. Now that I think about it more, yeah, Unleashed kind of is like the Galaxy 1. Whereas Generations is more like Galaxy 2, in that Generations is more about like the levels and the gameplay, whereas Unleashed is, you know, more of like I guess more of a complete package, you could say. Because actually like trying to tell a story that doesn't really, you know, that doesn't feel like an afterthought, like Unleashed, I mean, like Generations does at points. Oh my god, 10 more seconds. What? Okay, we're gonna have to redo this one. Wow, I just missed all of those right there.
Man, where the F was that battle that I need to go wait at? Hey, seriously, I'm getting really freaked out here. I'm gonna miss this story beat.
The problem is there's... Dang it.
Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say there's no way to get out of the rock form, as far as I know, once you're in it. Oh, ground pounding. I remember. Yeah, works. Oh, no, please, get him. Oh, that was close. Okay. And the good thing is that in this game, unlike Galaxy 1, is that the timer stops once you've actually cleared the challenge, as it should. So you can, you know, yeah. So you can relax after the star spawns.
So here's a question for the chat and Pedro, if you're familiar. Does anybody here watch the show Solar Opposites? Anybody at all?
I have not.
No?
We'll see what the chat says.
Because I'm watching it right now, and the number one question I have for that show is it good? Because long story short, for those who haven't seen it, it's the show that Justin Roiland made after Rick and Morty on a different network, and it's basically just Rick and Morty again, but with a vaguely different premise. And it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's parts of it I really like, and parts of it I really don't care for, and it like averages out to like, is this good? I don't know. Yeah, and I had never heard of it before until it showed up on Netflix Canada. And apparently it's like a Hulu show that didn't really get a Canadian release until just recently. And it had 6 seasons. And it was made over the period when Justin Roiland got like accused of all that stuff.
Yeah.
And got written off of all of his shows. And it has a really legendary moment where he leaves the show and then gets replaced by, of all people, Dan Stevens. So, like, the really low-voiced British guy with a really assertive voice, and he sounds completely different. And they just write it in where he's like, because they're aliens, and they're like, oh no, use the throat reconstruction ray on him, and then it, like, accidentally rebuilds his throat as a British person's throat.
You know.
And then he's just like, yeah, this is just what I sound like now, deal with it. And, like, and they just, like, continue with it from there. And that's, like, one of the most admirable things about the show, I would say. But, yeah, I'm just, like, trying to decide if it's good or not. I don't know.
I feel like I've seen that clip of the voice change because I was I was following it that much, but I was, you know, sort of seeing like that whole thing unfold with the Justin Roiland situation when that was going on.
Well, and that's the thing. I also can't decide if I like Justin Roiland as a voice actor or not. You know, where it's like, I don't know.
Shit.
Because now that I've watched 2 of his shows, it's like, well, yeah, you really do just have a bit, don't you? You know?
Yeah, it's basically just the same two voices.
Well, and also just making it sound like he's not reading from a script, I guess. So, okay, here's an interesting thing. Because the intro to Solar Opposites is him doing the Rick thing, where he's, like, recapping the story so far, you know? And then, like, but he does the whole, like, oh, and we escaped into the space, and then we landed on a planet, and it's called Earth. And, you know, it's like that whole thing. And then when Dan Stevens takes over, he re-records the intro, but reads it exactly the same way Justin Roiland did. And it's so funny to listen to this guy with a really assertive British accent, really good diction, really purposeful pronunciation, try to recreate all of the stumbling and stuff that Justin Roiland did. And so I do crack a little smile every time an episode starts now when I'm watching it.
Oh. Yeah. Yes, game, I know I can shake the Wii Remote. I'm not trying to shake the Wii Remote, though. I'm trying to go fast.
But what if it's fun to shake the Wii Remote? You don't know. Oh, am I still on non-lethal? I should probably be on lethal with this. 3 in the afternoon, where the heck is this meetup gonna happen?
Dang it. Oh, why did I get pushed back that far? What was that about? Alright, enough with trying to go fast. It's just making me go slow in the long run. How's the speedrun coming? It's coming. Had a couple of deaths in this galaxy, but I think we can recover. Hope I haven't missed any. Why do I have an odd number? Now I'm worried. Oh, there's one singular coin at the end there. I see it. I think we should be good. Yeah, because this is... Yeah, we're fine. Yippee! Okay, world record is still in our grasp. Don't worry, y'all. To go fast, you must go slow. Yes.
World record for a dude playing Super Mario Galaxy 2. Percent? I should have put percent on the end. Damn it. I missed the joke.
When's AGDQ supposed to start?
Usually
happens in June, right?
Beginning in July.
Okay.
Usually like first week in July.
So many comments. Okay, so still
yeah,
a
it'll be
little
interesting
over a
to
month away.
interesting to see what the new one looks like. What the next GDQ looks like. because there were some accusations that came out not too long ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
About
Some staff members at GDQ, which I believe have been handled. And I don't want to go into it here, so you can Google it if you're curious, I guess.
Okay. You hear that, chat?
More
do your own research.
Chat.
Form your own opinions.
Yeah, more or less directing that to chat.
World record is in our grasp. Famous last words. True. Which, speaking of world records, Green Suigi not too long ago broke his own world record again in 120 star of Mario 64, which had already been like standing for, I want to say, a year or even longer. So that dude is just on a rampage.
Okay, good news. I think I found where the rendezvous was supposed to happen. And it's 5 in the afternoon, so I made it. I made it, I think.
Oh, dang it. That was a bad call. Yep, that was a terrible call.
Nah, it was a great call. Because you made it.
By speedrun trick, Tizzy, I'm assuming you mean the one in Flip Switch Galaxy where you launch yourself by long jumping and flipping the switch at the right time. I wasn't actually trying to do that trick, but I was gonna say it probably could have helped, but actually it probably wouldn't have, because I needed to go a little slow there to get all the coins. Dang it, I just missed. It's so easy to miss coins and like that. It's so easy to like weave between them accidentally.
So that's an interesting question. Would you try to learn a speedrun?
I mean, I have Mario 64
yeah?
16 star. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
not cool. Like the not doing like the exact like complicated movement tech that like you would need to do world record.
Right.
I have my own route for it, but I've gotten below 20 minutes.
Ooh.
My personal best is like 1941, I think. So.
Okay. I was learning the Resident Evil 1 remake speedrun for a couple weeks on my Twitch channel a long time ago.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did I tell you about this?
I believe you did. I remember you mentioning something about... I only remember you mentioning something about the, I think the HD remaster, like removing some tech relating to the grenade launcher, I think?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was learning the GameCube route, because that was the only full route I could find a guide for.
Mm-hmm.
And I was playing the HD remaster on PC, and it just wasn't working. Like, the tricks were not working. Yeah. And then it turns out one of the few things they changed was the grenade launcher has drop off. And because they changed that, it fucked up the whole speedrun route from the GameCube version. And so they had to reroute the whole game because of that. And so I just thought, you know what? I don't feel like starting over again, so I dropped it.
Yeah. Speaking of Resident Evil, that's another game that I've learned the speedrun of. Resident Evil 2 Remake. And I feel like it's one of the easiest speedruns to learn. If anyone is interested.
All the zombies?
Yeah, pretty much. Like, it's basically like all memorization.
Same deal in RE1 Remake. Like, you basically fight the bosses and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally the hardest part of the speedrun is the bosses.
Yeah.
Like, just doing them fast, I mean, is the hardest part.
Yeah, and the thing with Remake is, like the first one, is you don't want to kill any zombies, because then they come back as Crimson Heads.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, there's like one zombie you shoot to stun it, just so you can run past it. Otherwise, you just kind of like, you just give her.
And then for RE2 Remake, another challenge is, I think, like, killing zombies manipulates the DA in a way that works against you, which is difficulty adjustment. Because like all the modern RE games have some type of difficulty adjustment that basically makes the game easier if you're playing badly, and makes the game harder if you're playing good. So you kind of intentionally want to like do things that trick the game into thinking you're playing badly in the speedrun, just to make things easier for yourself, and therefore go through it faster. Like one thing is
manipulation.
Yeah. So like one thing is not picking up a lot of ammo, just because, not just because that wastes time, but also because that will increase the difficulty if you have more ammo, because the game is gonna think like, oh well, you have all this ammo, so we're gonna make the zombies, you know, more aggressive because you obviously have the resources to handle them.
How do you, as someone who would like to attempt to do a speed run, how would you decide what game? How would you decide what game to game? What game? What game? Oh, okay. Sorry, never mind. What game to speed run? I see what you're saying.
A game that you love.
Yeah, a lot of like GDQ runners will even tell you they still enjoy these games that they speedrun casually, right?
Yes,
so, like,
exactly.
What is something that you're interested in seeing how to maximize stats for, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've often thought that it would be fun to learn a speedrun, like one of those JRPG speedruns that like lasts 9 hours, and then just like do that for a day, you know? But then I realized that I'd have to learn a 9-hour speedrun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, I always loved Resident Evil Remake because it's like one of my foundational favorite games.
Mm-hmm.
And you can beat that game if you're trying really hard. You can beat that game in like 3 hours, right? So I was kind of like, oh, I wonder what the speedrun for that game looks like. And I watched a couple of like attempts of, or not attempts, but I watched a couple of runs of it. You know, I watched the current world record, and I was kind of like, oh, this looks really doable. Mm-hmm. And then and it was, until I found out the grenade launcher has drop off, and that literally destroys one of the boss fights. So you have to reroute the entire game. And maybe I should go back to that.
Yeah. That's always, that's definitely the first step, is just, you know, if you don't like the game, you're probably not going to like the speedrun. I'm not saying that's like definitive, you know, that's not like entirely true all the time, but
there is the GDQ
it helps if you like the game.
Block, right, where people will learn speedruns for bad games and, and show them off. I will be right back. I am going to turn some lights on because it's officially dark in here, and I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back.
All right. If I die again, I'm going to look at chat, because I've been kind of ignoring chat right now because I'm trying to lock in and get all these coins. See, I wasn't kidding when I mentioned it earlier. This star gives me trouble. Doesn't help that I'm playing with a slight input delay, because I'm playing off of the OBS preview and not off of the source of my capture, which is my TV. But we did it. Yeah, like the reason I started speedrunning Resident Evil 2 Remake was because I already loved the game. I was going for the platinum, and some of those trophies require you to beat the game quickly to get certain ranks at the end. And I just naturally, you know, even without looking up tutorials, just kind of naturally made myself a route of like, okay, how can I get through these levels, like the police station and the sewers and the lab, really fast. Part of that was like, you know, memorizing like all the codes, all the puzzles, knowing which rooms I could avoid, just going to required ones. And then when I realized like, oh, this is really fun, like I wonder if I can speedrun this game and like learn the actual speedrun. And then I looked up actual speedruns of RE2 Remake, And they honestly, besides like all like the super crazy optimizations that are required from world record speedrunners to do, you know, it wasn't too far off from what I was already doing just by myself, like things I had figured out. A lot of it is just routing for that game. And it's kind of like that for a lot of Resident Evil games. Especially
Back, by the way.
the survival horror ones. Welcome back.
Guess
got
what
the star.
I'm drinking? I'll give you a hint. Aw, yeah. That's right. It's a sparkling water, y'all. Because I've already had a couple of beers and I feel like, you know, I should be responsible in my old age.
I didn't keep track of my deaths, Tizzy. Was it 7? It was quite a few.
I guess my first ever speedrun was technically Donkey Kong Country 2. Because once upon a time, me and some other YouTubers did like a charity race through Donkey Kong Country 2.
Mm-hmm.
None of us like officially did the speedrun. We were just trying to play that game as fast as possible. And I'll leave out names just in case, you know, of who else was in it. Because somebody, like, the person who was the clear favorite to win had a really nasty choke right at the end and did not win. So I'll tell you off, Mike, what was going on there. I came in third though. I'm feeling pretty good about that. And
nice.
And there was 5 of us, so I was like dead center in the heat, as it were.
Submit this run to GDQ. I should. I'll show them.
2
I'll show them
in
footage
24
specifically of that
hours
last
and-
star where I died 7 times.
Yeah, 24 hours and 79 deaths.
Yeah. I feel like a Rayman Legends or a DKC Tropical Freeze speedrun would be fun just because these games have kind of a rhythm. Yeah, I haven't watched a Rayman Legends speedrun, but I watched Tropical Freeze speedruns, and at least when they're not using Funky in the Switch version, because Funky I think is just the fastest character in that version. Cranky with his pogo bounce, since he carries a lot of momentum with it, is like the go-to pick for speedrunners in the Wii U version, and it's really something. Oh, that was close. I missed it that time. I don't typically speedrun games since I usually like to go at my own pace whenever I replay my favorite games. Yeah, I mean, well, there's also, you know, there's a difference between simply replaying the game and replaying it with the intent to speedrun it, right? Because, like, I can replay Mario 64 by doing, like, a regular 70-star or 120-star run, and I'm not trying to speedrun it, right?
Yeah, I've also talked about this in the past, though. Like, when I did my Mario RPG video, I had to play that game for footage in a really specific way because I wanted it to look like somebody who was honestly playing that game, because I've played it so much. I'm not speedrunning it, but I know exactly what I want to do at all times because I've played it like almost 50 times, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is a weird experience, trying to like dumb down how you play a game you love a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you go follow speedrunners on Twitch, you'll find a lot of that, actually. Just them playing games they run casually.
Yeah.
I used to hang out at Spike Vegeta's stream a lot, and he would just do, like, cutscene percent runs on games that he speedran. So he'd still be like speedrunning it, but every time he hit a cutscene, he'd let it play normally, so you could like kind of get a sense for the story and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he runs like a lot of RPGs and stuff like that, so those were always fun.
If I were to speedrun something, it would likely be SMW because I'm somewhat familiar with the input controls. I'm assuming you mean Super Mario World? It would be a short speedrun too. That's what makes so many Mario games so attractive to speedrun. It's not just their movement, but also they're all just, you know, relatively short. Like all those classic 2D Mario games, basically like 1 through 3 in World, you know, have skips built in them, you know, just the world
Star
warping.
World.
So you're basically encouraged, you know, to try to beat the game quickly, like as an advanced personal challenge to put on yourself.
Warp whistles. All you got to do is play the intro music to Ocarina of Time, and you can go anywhere you want.
Yeah. Which is also the flute theme of Zelda 1.
Oh. I've never actually played Zelda 1.
Really?
Yeah, no. For my money, Link to the Past is where Zelda starts, which is just how it worked out for me, right? And,
Yeah.
I've never really gone back past that. Although, did anybody here listen to the post games episode where they interviewed the guy who's like the main Zelda historian these days?
Post games up snow.
No, it's a podcast.
Is it a podcast? Okay.
Yeah. It's Chris Plant, who used to be editor at Polygon, went to independent, and now he just has this interview show where he talks to people in video games and stuff. It's really it's interesting. I like it a lot. But he talked to, can't remember the guy's name, but he's like in charge of Zelda historian or something. And apparently the original pitch for Zelda was a multiplayer experience where one person would play Link going through the dungeons and the other person would be designing the dungeons as they go. Which, like, I'd never heard that before, but he was like, yeah, no, I interviewed the other guy who made Zelda with Miyamoto, and that was the original pitch for it. It was supposed to be an arcade game where, like, people would stand on either side of an arcade cabinet and, like, would collaborate on this game experience together.
Dang.
It's like, that's wild, eh?
Zelda 1, like a lot of older games, is definitely a game that I respect more than I like it as a game.
Sure. I know the feeling.
Metroid 1 is another. But even then, over the years, I've softened up a little towards Zelda 1. I still wouldn't say I like replay it like for fun. I'd definitely replay something like A Link to the Past.
That it was the true inspiration for Breath of the Wild, and that Breath of the Wild really is just the true realization of what Zelda 1 was supposed to be the whole time.
Pretty much. And nice. Also because what really made me start to appreciate Zelda 1 was when I made my Wind Waker video, of all things. Because I came to the realization that Wind Waker was my Zelda 1. Because people always talk about, like, people who grew up with Zelda 1 have these stories about, you know, drawing the map on notebook paper and like writing down like all the clues to like solve and like figure out where to go, you know, which is what I did for Wind Waker, like exploring and figuring out the Great Sea, and like coming to that realization. I was like, oh, is this what people mean? Like when, like I kind of get it now. Like all the Zelda 1 fans, who still like hold that game like so highly.
See, that's how I feel about Mario 64, which, ugh. Can you just turn my bones to dust already? Oh, man. I remember when that game was brand new. Was the new hotness. Oh, man. Yeah, Mario 64, still exciting for me to think about. Because I still think about when it was, like, brand new. And how awesome it was. But that's because I'm old, children. I was walking around with an onion tied to my belt, which was the style at the time.
Yeah, 3D Land is another short game. Can definitely speedrun it. And it's easy too, so it probably wouldn't be that difficult of a speedrun either.
Old Mario Land.
3D Land. Mario 3D Land, the 3DS one.
I was thinking you meant the Game Boy one.
Yeah, Mario Land is even shorter. You know Mario Land was my first Mario game?
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'm learning the lore here.
That and Donkey Kong Country were some of the first games I played, period, ever. Like
yes.
in my life. And Mario Land 1, yeah, it was my first Mario game. I played it before Mario World. Which I'm not sure if I said it in a previous stream that Mario World was my first Mario game. That was a lie. I mean, I wasn't lying intentionally, but I did remember afterwards, like, no, wait, I played Mario Land first, I remember. Because we actually owned Mario Land. We didn't own Mario World. My cousins were the ones who had Mario World on GBA.
Right. So I had the Game Boy port of Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Land 2.
Yes.
And that was how I got my Donkey Kong in for a long time. And I remember a kid at school stole my copy.
What?
That, like, yeah, well, I guess I don't actually know what happened to it, but, like, I had my name written on it and everything, you know, as you do when you're a kid.
Yes,
and
of course.
yeah, like, it just, like, disappeared. And I was like, oh, I bet so-and-so from school has it or whatever. And never proved that, so can't, you know, accuse anybody. But I was at a used game store a bunch of years ago now, and I found my copy with my name written on it and everything. And I was just like, that's my name! And the guy's like, yeah, what do you want me to do about it? I was like, that game was stolen from me when I was a kid, and now it's here! And he was like, are you expecting me to give that to you? I'm like, no, but, like, isn't that a cool story? And it was like $50 straight up, and I was like, yeah, I don't feel like dropping money to get my my old game back, but but it was still like, what are the odds, eh?
That's insane.
Yeah.
I used to watch someone speedrun Super Mario World, and I would use some of those tactics whenever I'm able to play it. Am I good at it? Hell no, but it's still fun to attempt. Yeah, exactly. You don't always, you know... I feel like people think that if they want to get into speedruns that they immediately have to be, like, on the same level as actual speedrunners when they get in, and that might discourage them, but, like, no, just, you know, just compete against yourself. Just see how fast you can beat the game. Don't compare yourself to others. That's what I do with Super Metroid. That's another game I speedrun, and I'm, like... I beat it like a whole like hour and a half slower than like actual speedrunners, but
yeah,
I'm still proud of the times that I've gotten.
How dare you fail to be master level good at a new hobby an hour into starting it? Yeah, that's there's no if you haven't already mastered it, then what's the point in improving? No, just just go at it at your own pace, and you don't even have to be competitive with it. You can just do it for doing it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I always like sharing that the flute theme is the same as the Ocarina of Time title theme.
It blows people's minds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because surprisingly, like, I'll mention it and a lot of people like won't know.
It caught me off guard when somebody finally pointed it out to me. And I was just like, oh yeah, you're right.
That's how I feel about Mario 64. Honestly, I respect it more than I like it. See, and as someone who adores Mario 64, like, I totally get that as well. I say it in my video, you know, it's not for everyone. Like, I always encourage people to go in with an open mind with Mario 64. And just, like, you know, don't immediately write off the controls as clunky just because they're different to what modern controls feel like. But also, if you don't get it, like, I understand. You know, it's not.
But also, if you're
the
not
easiest
playing on a raggedy old N64 controller with a worn down control stick, then are you really playing Mario 64? Like, be real with yourself.
I mean, that analog stick is like tuned specifically for Mario 64. So, like,
Yeah,
playing it like on an
is.
emulator, like, it just doesn't feel the same. It's too. The stick is always too sensitive. Like, if you play like with an Xbox controller or like with a Switch Pro controller, even like on Switch Online. That's why even on Switch Online, I use the official Nintendo Switch Online N64 controller. Most of the reason I'm just walking around is because I'm trying to catch up with chat before I do the next level. Galaxy 1 and 2 were my first Mario games, which in retrospect explains why I don't like 64 that much. Yep, very different feeling games.
Funland 2 loves Lockjaw Saga, Game Boy limitations, but still, it's all Lockjaws. Yeah.
My first Mario platformer was Super Mario Bros. Deluxe, but my first Mario game in general was Superstar Saga. Ooh, okay. Starting with an RPG.
Oh, Superstar Saga. Yeah. Even though Mario RPG is the best Mario RPG. It's in the name.
I mean, the first Pokemon game I ever played, I'm pretty sure, was Pokemon Stadium, which isn't an RPG, so... I mean, it just has... It's turn-based, has the battle system, but it's not like, you know, a full-fledged RPG. It's just the battling.
A lot of sushi. It's like half the reason we played it back in the day. What the heck is sushi, we all said, as we ate all kinds of sushi with Lickitung.
Alright, another comment. Can we get past World 3 tonight, chat? Or are the comments gonna say otherwise? We'll see. Tune in to find out.
Same bad time, same bad channel.
Da 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 da. I remember trying Mario 64 on the N64, and I was trying so hard to understand the controls, but I believe I managed to get about 4 stars. It's funny. One of the first times I played Mario 64, when I actually had somewhat of a functioning brain, in other words, when I wasn't like 4, and playing it on my cousin's N64 when I would visit, was in Mexico, in a little corner store of all places, on an arcade cabinet that was loaded with, I guess, you know, I didn't know at the time, but was loaded with a bunch of emulators. And I played Mario 64 on there because I was like, oh, a Mario game. And like, oh, it's that Mario game that I used to see my cousin play like a long time ago on the Nintendo 64. So I was playing Mario 64 with like an arcade style joystick and button layouts. And I couldn't get a single star.
Yeah.
And then I eventually ran out of pesos to keep playing. I can probably technically go fight the boss already, but since this is gonna be a 100% playthrough. Might as well just
You're
tackle
gonna fight,
all of these stars.
you're gonna fight Bruce Springsteen?
What?
You're gonna go fight Bruce Springsteen?
Bowser.
The boss? No?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't.
I'm an old man, remember? Although, truthfully, I know very little about, Bruce Springsteen.
I meant the Nintendo 64 Mini, not the original N64. What N64 Mini?
Yeah, was there not an N64 Mini, or was I imagining that?
There wasn't.
Really?
Yeah. Which is why I'm confused. which N64 Mini are you talking about, Tizzy?
I thought there was one.
Nah, they didn't go past SNES for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, I'll blame AI for my confusion.
Bowser's Inside Story better than Mario RPG? It's been a long time since I've played Bowser's Inside Story. But Mario RPG I played not too long ago. I mean, it was kind of long ago. It was a couple years ago, but it's more fresh in my memory. So I wouldn't say I agree. Even though I remember really liking Bowser's Inside Story. But Mario RPG is really good, so.
Mario RPG is, like, the best. And I know I just, like, finished gushing about Chrono Trigger, but I would say that, like, the two games accomplish very similar goals, but with two very different tones. Mario RPG is just such a delightful time.
Gosh. It really is, yeah. Gino is never getting to Smash, though.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? I'm doubling down. Mallow for Smash, too. No reason not to have those two in there.
First try, let's go.
Hell yeah.
Bowser on ice. Yeah, that's the best thing about Mario 64 DS Fawful is the minigames. That's the best thing that version of the game added. And you don't even have to buy that game to play those minigames. You could also buy New Super Mario Bros. If you wanted to play them. And I think New Super Mario Bros. Had them all unlocked right from the get-go, if I'm not mistaken. Mandela effect? Ah, okay. I understand. It happens. Let's stick with Mario now. Why not? When I get to the green stars, it's going to be all Luigi anyways, so we're going to see plenty of Luigi. I feel like Nintendo got a lot of people into gambling with those Luigi Casino mini games.
Yeah.
My favorite was always the Wanted minigame, though. I think I mentioned that in my Mario 64 video, where I talk about the DS version. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless you. I sometimes try to form my sneeze blessings in the form of a sneeze. Alright, where's that forfeiture board? Time to collect my monies. Which is good because I am out of healing potions. 30? Damn, I was hoping for way more than that.
Yeah, blackjack with Luigi, slots in Pokemon Leaf Green. Nintendo was doing all of that stuff before EA made gambling the norm in video games. Nintendo were the real pioneers.
Without them, we'd never have Roblox.
So thanks, Nintendo. Ooh, this one's a boss fight. Is this just the chimp again? Okay, yeah. Guess he's available in both missions.
Dang chimp.
That dang chimp. Have you guys ever watched someone play a game you know in and out and it was their first time?
Yes.
I have. A couple of times.
I mean, yeah, like, I made a little Twitch career out of guiding people through Outer Wilds as, like, gently and spoiler-free as I could for a long time there. So I've, like, seen a bunch of people play a game I know inside and out for the first time and being all coy about hints and spoilers and stuff. Hey Pedro, you ever played Outer Wilds?
I have not, no.
What are you doing after Super Mario Galaxy 2?
Um, actually, since you asked, I've never watched... I mean, I have watched them, but they were movies that I watched, like, in the background a very long time ago, so it's like I didn't watch them.
Okay.
But I'm gonna watch the Lord of the Rings movies later tonight. I'm gonna start the first one later tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant... No, I meant like when you're done streaming this game.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
No, I mean when you're finished with Super Mario Galaxy 2 on stream. Like, when you roll credits on this game eventually.
Oh. Oh, I thought you meant like tonight.
No. I mean, yeah, I guess I also mean that. But hey, yeah, watch the Lord of the Rings movies. They're fucking gas. They're awesome. Those movies rule.
I was thinking of... I've been wanting to do another Zelda randomizer.
Oh, yeah.
And I was thinking of doing Wind Waker after Galaxy 2. It's like the next game to stream. But also, that Twilight Princess PC port makes me want to replay Twilight Princess as well. And it doesn't have a randomizer yet, but I wouldn't mind just playing the game normal. Just because the PC port is giving me a reason and an excuse to want to go back to that game.
Heck sure.
Don't forget to put extra star bits with the bank toad. Yeah, honestly kind of obnoxious how they removed his functionality in the Switch. Really? Is he not in the Switch version? How do you unlock the perfect run comet then? Because for those of you in the chat who don't know, what Philo is referring to is that you need to have 9,999 star bits, in the Bank Toad's possession on Starship Mario for the last comet in the game to appear. Or at least that's one of the requirements to make it appear. So it's really important to just get a bunch of star bits in this game to prepare for that. But I didn't know that he's apparently gone in the Switch port. Am I understanding that correctly? It's a Saturday, the night is young. Yes, it is.
You doing all three?
It's not that late. It's
extended all in a row?
Eventually. hang on. Wait. Eventually, yeah. I definitely will not finish one tonight, but I plan on starting Fellowship of the Ring, I think it's called, the first one, right?
Yep. How much do you have any experience with Lord of the Rings as a story or a world or anything like that?
I honestly really don't. I know some of the names, and I basically remember nothing about my first quote unquote watches of the movie, but again, I didn't really watch them. They were just on the background the whole time when I was like 12.
Yeah, see, I'm one of those Lord of the Rings fans where I love those three movies, loved the books, but miss me with that TV show. Like I could not care for any more. You know, it's just kind of like a perfect trilogy for me, and I don't need anything more after that. Whereas I know some people who are like Lord of the Rings fans, and they're just like, hell no, make everything into a movie. I'll watch it all. Give me like. If they made a movie out of the Silmarillion, I'd probably be into that. But like I don't need like more new stuff for the series. But that's just because I'm a grumpy old man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I grew up reading those books, and those movies were like a full-on revelation for me when they came out. Like just like brought the books to life for me in a way, you know?
Yeah.
And I love the extended edition, even though people who have no prior familiarity with the world tend to say the extended edition has a lot of bullshit in it. I don't understand what the point of it was, and I have to be like, it's world building, you know, and like, because it really is just like a world that you're supposed to want to be in, right?
Mhm.
So I'll be interested to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch was in the Hobbit movies, which came after the Lord of the Rings movies. But chronologically, they happened before the Lord of the Rings movies. So he's in the prequels, which were actually the book The Hobbit was written before Lord of the Rings, so it's not actually a prequel. But you know, from this vantage, it's effectively a prequel.
Yeah, and I believe in watching movies in release order, not chronological order. So
I have not watched the Hobbit movies. I hear 2 of them are okay, and the third one is laughable. Or sorry, one of them is laughable. But I will say, as an avid Magic the Gathering player, the next set on the horizon is, drumroll please, The Hobbit. And yes, there has been a Lord of the Rings series, or a Lord of the Rings set previously, so we'll see if I decide to shell out any money for The Hobbit, because I'm still not totally on board with Universes Beyond.
he tells you about Amiibo. You just need to have 9,999 on you. Oh, okay. So he's not a bank toad anymore. He's an Amiibo toad now. Okay.
Does anybody else think of the word amoeba when they think of Amiibo, or when they hear Amiibo?
I think I did, like when they were first introduced. Well, that was easy. Ah, shit! I spoke too soon. Oh my god.
Wow, you
That
just
was
walked right off the edge. That's not. I don't even
Correction,
feel bad.
correction.
That's
I rolled right off the edge.
just- I'm sorry.
All right, round 2. Dang it. Come on. Ugh. Almost did the same thing again, but saved myself. No, what? Why'd I press A then? I just jumped. All I had to do was just roll into it.
Just
Why'd I jump?
One of nature's great mysteries.
My thumb slipped. Okay, we'll keep my thumb off the A button when I get to that part. By the way, I don't believe in throwing for content. I'm just this bad. And so decide whichever one you think is worse. There we go. Now watch me die trying to grab the star.
Thought you didn't throw for content. I'm PG Reviews, and this is diving for content.
Phrasing it like a Jackass stunt.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to Jackass. Isn't there a new one coming out?
Yeah. The second one after they said they were done, and now they say they're done.
Yeah. You know, you have a lot of funny deaths in these games. Yeah, we've had quite a few ridiculous ones on these streams. Not intentional, by the way. Again, I'm not dying on purpose. These things happen to me. Okay, I think there's nothing else to do. No more comets to get, as far as I know. Actually, let me double check. Oh, I did not get the comet here, apparently. And now that I grab this comet, it's gonna cause a chain reaction and a bunch of other comets are gonna spawn. I bet. And we're never gonna finish World 3.
Never, ever. We're World 3 from the womb to the tomb.
The funniest death is when you died 3 times in a row in the exact same spot, in the exact same way. I believe it was SMG1. I don't even remember exactly what part that was, but I believe you, because that does sound like something I would do. As in, not learn from my mistakes. I do remember the part in that stream, that playthrough, where I kept running into the meteorites with the sling star. I ran into it like 5 times before I realized, like, hey, you know what? Maybe I should stop doing this.
Oh no, the consequences of my actions.
They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
Well, if that's the case, then you're just not demanding hard enough.
Ah, shit. Wow, that was terrible. Come on, I gotta go faster. Speedrun. Speedrun Comet. Reminds me of the 128 Ways to Die in Mario Galaxy 2 video. See, I don't remember that video, but I remember the 128 Ways to Die in Mario 64 video. And that one's an oldie. At least an oldie where I come from. Nope, I did not want to. Okay, whatever. One minute left, but I think we're right at the end. Can I do a speedrun skip here? Let me see. Dismount Yoshi?
Well, you
I definitely can. I definitely can. Time save here? Never been done before? Hell yeah. See, I can be kind of slick with my gameplay sometimes. Yeah, what'd I say? Chain reaction. There's another comment. Oh, I could technically do this star too. Let's do the comet first in case. Actually, no, comets don't disappear in this game. I just remembered. It's not like Galaxy 1.
It's not.
It's not like Galaxy 1, except in the 100 other ways that it is exactly like Galaxy 1.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember this race being not difficult, so I hope my memory's correct. I don't spend too much time here. That is a good song. That bird is like way ahead of me. I don't really know how to go faster. Besides diving. But then I lose altitude. Oh, this is my chance. Come on. Go, Mario, go. Easy.
Shit! Oh, I just did it again. Fuck. Damn it. Autosave 9:13 p.m. Damn it. Gotta remember to stop going into that dungeon that I can't exit until I beat it. When I'm like fresh off of a huge ass fight. I'm just like, oh, I wonder what's in here, and it's like, I've done this 3 times already. Load the autosave. Especially when like my archer was out of ammo.
Okay, this one's a speedrun comet. I think. Yeah. So we're just gonna do the same mission again, but faster. Alright, let's go. Oh, the key's right there. Wasn't there before. What's going on? Oh, it flipped me around. I don't know where I'm going now. Okay, I'm going the right way. Good. Damn, I only have 2 minutes for this one. Gotta hurry up. Ooh, that was close. This one a little slower, just to get all the switches. 1 minute left. Just narrowly avoided all those bombs. Damn. Come on, ball. Work with me. There we go. Don't press A. Don't press A. Alright. We're good. I wasn't worried. Okay, now can we finish World 3? Maybe? I think my mic is doing a good job of not picking up the munching sounds, which is unfortunate.
Unfortunate. Yeah, I want to hear them hot Cheetos.
Yeah.
It's like, what else am I here for, you know?
Bowser Jr.'s fearsome feet. I mean, fleet.
Okay, we are gonna save here because I finished the fight, and we're not gonna dive into that unexitable dungeon without a plan in place first.
Oh wait, can you guys hear my munching? Never mind then. Good. Okay, yeah. I saw the my Discord icon show up when I bit into that Cheeto. So they can hear some of it.
Making it happen.
This right here, this is a good level. This is Peak Galaxy 2. And a really cool boss at the end, too. Oh, just any level that has Yoshi eating things like the bullet bills or the spinies and being able to shoot them back is automatically a good level. So satisfying. I say as I almost miss the flower there because my pointer cuts off sometimes. Yeah, I don't think Hammer Bros are in Galaxy 1, which is interesting. I always remember them being in Galaxy 2, though, because of the perfect run star at the end of the game.
This was a perfect run star.
It's the Comet version of the very last level in the game, the Grandmaster Galaxy. And the Comet is a Daredevil Comet, so you have to go through the whole level, which is already the hardest level in the game, without getting hit.
Whoa.
And it's divided into like 6 sections, that stage, and the last section is a shit ton of Hammer Bros and Boomerang Bros that are all just trying to kill you. And you need to kill the 3 Boomerang Bros, I believe, at the end of that little platforming section. And I died to them so many times. I was always so close. Dang. One hit and I lose Yoshi? Seriously?
Usually how it goes.
I guess you're right. No, but I just lost him completely. Like, not just dismounting him. He went back to his egg after one hit. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm tired, boss.
Ain't we all? Ain't we all?
Ooh, I made that fight look kind of easy. Which, I mean, it's not hard, but... I was kind of in the zone there.
Way to take away your own accomplishment there. Damn, I made that boss look easy. I mean, it is, so you know.
Nah, you know what it is? It's again, it's me remembering Skyhopper's stream, I think, where he struggled on it.
Yeah, Skyhopper sucks at this game. He's got nothing on you. And then the next stream is co-hosted by Skyhoppers.
Uh-oh. Nah, I love that guy.
Same. He's got a new video out. I should probably go watch it.
He does.
Now that I have time again. Oh my gosh, I can do so much tomorrow, and I'm probably just gonna play Banquet for Fools again.
And yeah, and you just reminded me of that new video because I knew he had a new video coming out this week. But the reason why I forgot for a bit is because I just realized right now I did not see it in my subscriptions feed. Because YouTube's just keeps fucking up the subscriptions feed with a bunch of garbage and just making it difficult to keep track of, you know, new videos from people you're subscribed to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah. I did not see this at all. Not in my subscription feed. Nuh-uh. So I will add that to my watch later. Even though I have not watched Cowboy Bebop, I will still watch this video.
Oh yeah, that's what it's on. I should probably just go crush Cowboy Bebop real quick before watching it. I'm a bad
talking
anime
about
fan.
Skyhoppers, Tizzy. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Can I at in the chat? I don't think I can. I'll still put an at. It is. Let me check his exact handle. It's capital S.
Man, I'm a bad anime fan. I've bounced off of Cowboy Bebop after like 3 attempts. I should probably just like force myself through it one of these days and see what the fuss is about.
Yeah, see, so like my videos are like just yapping, basically. But if you want some like truly stellar stuff, insightful analysis on games and other media, check out Skyhoppers.
Skyhopper good.
And he's a great guy.
Yep.
Should I? How long have we been streaming for? 2.5 hours. I'll do this star and then I'll see how I feel afterwards. But this may be the last star of the night. Yeah, his Super Paper Mario video is great. I found him through his, I want to say his FF7 video was the first one I watched. Because, you know, FF7, and I love FF7.
I don't know if I could remember the first one of his I watched. But I know that I did some voice work for one of his videos, and I have not watched it, because it was on a game I have not played. So, should probably get on that too.
It was because of Skyhopper's chats that VZ and I met. Because we were in his charity stream last year.
Yeah.
And we were on there at the same time. And that's when I first met you. And it was when he was playing Galaxy, if I'm not mistaken. Galaxy 1, I think.
Fair enough.
I was there on a couple of time slots, but one of them was for Galaxy
Yeah,
1
same.
because I wanted to catch Galaxy 1. My goal was to catch Mario World, Mario 64, and Galaxy 1
Yeah. If I remember
at the very
correctly,
least.
I was still working my regular day job at the time, so I was not able to tune in for as much as I wanted to, but was there as much as I could be.
Oh, I missed a checkpoint flag. Oh well. But yeah, that is where I first met VZ.
Hmm. Met a lot of people through those streams.
Yeah.
It was very much a like, because I've been on YouTube for, oh boy, 14 years now, and some of those early days, it was like a lot of that kind of thing where people would just like do a live stream, and then I'd suddenly be in the chat with a whole bunch of other people who are like, you know, content creators on or around my level, and like, yeah, being on that stream and just like hanging out and getting to meet new people all the time and whatever, you know, who are also doing video stuff, kind of brought me back to the old days.
Yeah.
Of those giant Skype chats. Remember Skype? Who remembers
No.
Skype? Yeah, exactly.
What's Skype?
I don't remember.
YouTube, why are there ads in my subscription feed? That's a good question.
Oh, YouTube, come on. Like, I don't expect much from you, but I expect better than that.
Oh, there's a secret star here. I can see it, too. You gotta make all the flowers bloom on this planet by just running around it. Like so.
What was the thing? Oh yeah, I posted about it on Blue Sky. I got an ad on YouTube, and I swear this happened. 20% chance it was a dream, but I promise, I think this is real. Where the YouTube ad was this AI animated giant veiny dick that was yelling at me for not being able to focus on my goals in life, and I was just like sitting there with the most like, what the fuck look on my face, and like I have no idea what the ad was for, what it was advertising, but I swear that's what it was. And like, what a horrendous future we've landed in. Like, Jesus.
I'm getting deja vu. I can't remember if it was you or someone else who said the same thing about getting an ad of like a veiny ass dick.
Yeah, I
YouTube.
posted about it on Blue Sky, so
Oh,
if you saw
okay,
it there,
okay. That was probably that, yeah. The future's looking bright and veiny.
Is it though? Like,
No, it's not. I hate it.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing. It's kind of depressing. Am I about to sell off all my gemstones? I think I am. I have no money. I have none.
Well, I guess I lied. That wasn't the last star of the stream, after all.
How could you?
This one will be though. I am gonna end the
How
stream
could
after
you?
this. If I didn't have things to do tomorrow, I would consider doing another stream this weekend, but I do have things to do tomorrow.
Oh, you know what I have to do tomorrow? Nothing. For the first time in a while. Can't wait.
I envy you.
I mean, do you envy the
Well, I was
45-hour work
I was
week
gonna
just
say,
had?
yeah, I was gonna say no. I take that back. I envy your Sunday specifically tomorrow.
Hell yeah. I think we're on the same wavelength. See this page we're both on?
How dare you have a life? Yeah, how dare YouTubers have lives, right?
Actually, tomorrow I could probably put a dent in my next project for the first time in a minute. It's probably not a bad idea. I should probably make some headway on that.
That's my plan for tomorrow too. Part of my day will be dedicated to writing, and hopefully I can get something on the document. I did a lot of recording today.
I had somebody read my new script and give notes
Footage
like
recording.
3 weeks ago, and I haven't even looked at them yet. I should, but I've just been so tired after like every day.
Yeah, it's like I totally get.
Although I should also probably invoice my latest client, you know, make sure I actually get paid for all that work I did this week.
Yeah. All right, well, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you, as always, to those of you who tuned in. And thank you to my co-host, VZ, for
Yeah, absolutely.
hanging out.
For sure and for real.
If you like that SpongeBob meme and just have a big fancy "the" in the document, that's
That's how I tend to write. Yeah.
yeah. I had that. I remember for what was it? It was for the Tears of the Kingdom video, because I knew I was gonna make a video on that game eventually, right? And I had created the document well before I ever intended to like actually start working on the video. And I did just put all I put in the document was "the" in reference to that SpongeBob joke.
I have so many documents of scripts I have not actually started writing yet, but I just like have them there so that anytime I have a random thought about a game, I can just put it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a couple like that as well. All right.
I think I have more in progress documents than finished scripts, if I'm being real.
All right. Good night, everybody. I will see you all next week, hopefully, if I decide to stream again next week. So, yeah. Take care, and I'll see you all soon.
Good night.